Welcome back, everybody. I'm Tucker Carlson, and I'm a card-carrying member of the Jan White Society, which is a fictional group that I invented based on the assassin of a very famous homosexual, Harvey Milk, just to let people know that I do not like gay people. And so I want to introduce right now my next guest, ex-NYPD officer, Ed Gavin.
Hey, how you doing?
Ed Gavin, so with this whole Chauvin conviction, who's going to want to be cops? Who's going to want to be
First of
cops?
all, let me say thank you for having me on Fox News, Tucker Carlson.
But what I'm trying
Right.
to understand here is, is we got cops out there, and they got a job to do,
Yeah, that's why I am 21 years on the force.
You were a
21
cop.
years.
You were a cop, right? You were a cop.
I'm a former New York NYPD police officer, detective. But let me just say,
I want to know how do you feel about this guilty verdict when we need people to be cops. We need people to protect the Macy's.
I'm a former
Macy's,
cop. Can I just say I'm a former police officer,
right?
And in my 21 years, I don't know if I mentioned that because I kept getting cut off. But the perpetrator, Mr. Floyd, maybe I would have said, "Hey, Mr. Floyd, let me check your pulse or something."
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Who? Here's what I want to know.
Mr. Floyd. Say his name.
If Mr. Floyd was outside of a Macy's, then who would be protecting the Macy's if they're trying to protect the George Floyds of the world?
Well, when I say, probably Santa Claus
the Macy's of the
like
world,
a balloon carrier or something. But let me just say, I'm a police officer, and let me introduce it. In 1995, 1998. Personal Asphyxiation and Sudden Death Act. I think every police officer should read that and before the train because
you know what
I've used
I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about the Macy's downtown. That's all blocked up.
Hey.
This town needs an enema.
Wow, you remind me of. I think I've seen Batman before, but you remind this. Wow. Okay.
This is driving me insane.
I'm just trying to say something's kind of driving me insane.
And where is the black man? That's what I want to know. Where?
He's the Mr. Floyd. Say his name, Mr. George Floyd.
You know what?
Can I just say one thing? Can I say something?
We're done. We're done here.
No,
You're done.
No, I'm a police officer. I want to say that the perpetrator.
Off my show.
Okay.
Off my show.
Can I choke you? Hey, live
from the internet.
It's Hot
Topics.
Hot Topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay. Wine boy.
Well, that was crazy. Oh, man. I hope you enjoyed our interview from Fox News with Tucker Carlson talking to, ex-cop Sheriff Ed Gavin. I am Wine Boy, and welcome to the party. It is 9:34. You know where to be. Marion Librarian, you are right. OM God. Yes. Sue Christian, also. I agree with you. Wow. Yep. I am back. COVID-free. Well, no longer contagious. Scary Joker, Chris Condon. You are absolutely right. And I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad to be here. And tonight's going to be a fantastic time. Marion Librarian, that laugh will haunt me forever. I think it's going to haunt both of us. All right, let's bring in the boys. There they are.
Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry we're late.
Yeah, where were you guys?
I
We had a slight signal interruption. We saw the Fox News kind of started real quick.
There was a Fox Nude feed on our
My line detection sucks.
Uh-oh. He's gone.
What is happening? Viewers, we are super excited to be back, and can we get a round of applause for Wine Boy being back with us?
Oh,
Wine
thank
Boy's
you, guys.
back.
I am back. Yes, I'm back ready to roll. Missed you, everybody. Trust me, I missed everybody. Hey, Wine Boy, glad you're okay. Oh,
Wine Boy, we missed you. We're glad you're okay.
and thank you. I want to say
I don't
thank
mean
you to
be
everybody.
the
I keep
trendsetter, but
interrupting you.
have it first.
Yeah, I know you had it. I was like, man, if only I could. Yeah, thank you everybody for reaching out on Facebook and social. I was trying to like and comment, but I guess I did it on the Hot Topics thing. So, but thank you everybody. I really do appreciate it. You really made my hair. Oh my god, now I'm talking. Do you need to look real quick at yourself?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. Oh, that's good.
Okay, good.
I just felt like a priest with this white collar.
There it is. You guys made my day. You have no idea. It actually really helped a lot. So I really, really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
We love you, Wine Boy, and we just couldn't imagine doing the show without you. Not to mention, we're not technically inclined, and we couldn't do the show without you.
I did text, yeah. So, side note, behind the scenes, I was like, "Hey guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Do you guys want me to show you how to set it up?" They're like, "Nah, we'll just take the week off. It's fine."
And we just want you to know that the coal industry may be out of business, but that day when he said you guys want to just do it, Cecil and I's buttholes clenched so hard we made diamonds out of coal booties.
Yeah,
for sure.
We were like, we can't be funny, everybody. Do meeting notes and technology. All right, let's get right to it. My Earth Day wine stopper. It's a sea turtle tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I love sea turtles.
Happy Earth Day.
I am so jealous. Well,
that's so cool.
It wasn't. Oh shit.
For my Earth Day celebration, I am drinking out of a dark horse.
Well, it's probably a Trojan horse. And I'm drinking Perseverance because Perseverance. I don't know. It's one of those potato things.
Have you been drinking already?
Of course. Anyways, I have not tried this one yet, so here goes. I promise you, I really haven't tried this. So let me see.
I've never tried this dark horse either.
Dark horse is delicious. We drink dark horse.
Black horse.
Yeah, I saw what you were drinking on Instagram, and I was like, oh no, we have dark horse. It's so good. I love dark horse. Okay, I'm having a whiskey.
I highly recommend this one. It needs to breathe a little bit. But hey, let's get right to it. Let's raise our glasses because we've been off for 2 weeks, and trust me, now more than ever, you all mean more to us than you will ever know. Someone turn off your notifications. It's not me this time.
It's definitely Cecil.
It's always Cecil. Okay. Anyways, so raise your glasses, viewers at home, and cheers like a chime from church.
Ding.
This one was a little faster. That's number 7.
Well, that was kind of like the bells at Prince Philip's funeral.
I like those bells.
Ooh, too soon.
Too soon, Sureg'ay.
Too soon. My God. We got to get to the Queen's birthday, for God's sakes.
Oh, the Queen.
I was riveted, though, by the ceremony for Prince Philip.
This is good.
I was most riveted by that one choir singer who was on the end, who had the chin dimple that I just wanted to swim around in.
Well, I'm gonna have to Google chin dimple now. So hashtag chin dimple.
He was very cute.
If you have a chin dimple and you're not John Travolta, then you're hot.
He was a cute choir singer. That's all I can say.
Let's
a new viewer, a new commenter, and I'm super excited.
Let's check in with the viewers and see what they have to say at home because we love our viewers. Brandon Cottrell. I hope I'm saying that right, Brandon. He's got a good sense of humor. He's from New Jersey, and I like him.
Your friends?
One of my friends, the producers, is friends with him.
Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the show. We are super excited to have you here with us.
Happy Earth Day to all, Gail Blackmore, and happy Earth Day to you. Cecil, it is Earth Day. Did you plant anything today? I was going to bring a tree, but then, oh no, I have this fake ivy at least.
Only seeds of doubt.
Who seeded you with doubt?
I'm just saying, I was doubtful that cold opening was going to work.
I was doubtful also, but it worked quite well. Those guys, I'm telling you, they should be on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my goodness.
But just on Thursdays.
This one's
Brittany
a long
Schmick's in the
one.
house. Not to bring the room down early, but I've been missing out on the show lately, and now I was home alone after my grandmother's funeral and got the notification about this starting, and I was like, yes, thank you. Well, Brittany Schmick, you know, there's nothing like turning on Cecil and Sureg'ay after a funeral.
Well, you know, we are happy to bring some laughs. That's what we're here for.
Sorry to hear about that, Brittany.
Yes, we send our condolences and our positive thoughts and energy and laughter. So,
well, I'm not sending anything
I don't
positive.
Like to say thoughts and prayers because
I'm not. Boy, you're supposed to send positive thoughts.
I'm not sending anything positive. My whole family's got positive, so I'm positively staying home.
Positive?
Yeah, everybody,
entire family viewers,
entire family.
Oh my God, it's like you all have the chicken pox in your house.
Yeah, it's terrible. Now so like my wife was amazing, took care of me and the baby, and then she got it. And then the baby got it. So now I'm out of it. And so now I got to take care of those two numbnuts.
Take care of all them.
Yeah. And I got to return the favor. I told her I'm going to take care of her just as good as she took care of me. And I left.
And that's why you're doing the show right now.
And that's why I said I'm leaving and I'm doing the show.
When you, the way you take care of your wife sounds like the way I take care of mine.
Yes. Wait, what?
Well,
she took care of me when I was sick, but when she's sick, I think she's in Canada. I don't even know.
She's gone.
Sends her to a foreign country where she probably can't get back in.
Probably.
I definitely do not want to make light of COVID by any means, but I do want to highlight the fact and just remind you all, we're not out of the woods yet, kids.
No, we're not.
Numbers are ticking up. Our show started because of COVID. You're welcome. But
and to be honest, I think, and there's people,
I'm over it, but it's real serious, and we'll get to some of that later as well. But
I'll just say one last thing, and then we should start moving on. Can Wine Boy's pizza still eat? Can Wine Boy's baby still eat pizza? She doesn't even want pizza. She doesn't even want it. She's been eating like toast.
Well,
but anyway,
well, she probably lost her sense of smell and taste, so she's probably like, I don't even want a boob.
I don't know. She's
boob?
two. No, she's still on a boob. That's gross.
1.5.
Yeah. Anyway,
my producer's from Polk County. He's been on the boob for 45 years.
No, there you go. What I was going to say was, yes, I agree that we are definitely not out of the woods yet. People in the audience know that I actually, in my family, we really don't go anywhere. Like, we don't even go to restaurants. We've been really hanging low. And yet, you know, somehow I still got it and brought it into my family's house. So, and I mask and I use hand sanitizer, and Delante will know very much how stingent I've been about it. But yeah, somehow I got it. So,
well, Wine Boy, I hear you, because that's exactly what happened to me in December. I went only to work and back, hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I mean,
bathhouse.
Just one bathhouse.
But it's
2, 3.
Cleanliness is bathing.
Yeah, you had to wash your hands somewhere.
Cleanliness is next to godliness. I
sing happy birthday when I do it. But no, and I got it as well. And then I gave it to my house. And I bleached everything like a Trump teeny. But that still didn't work. So
still didn't work. All right, before we move on, Caitlin Stevenson, what have I missed? You've missed a lot. So you're going to need to watch this on repeat.
You are going to have to watch a Friday morning hungover version of the opening, because some special guests were here and we're not going to tell you who. You have to watch that.
All right, let's move on to some hot
topics.
topics.
Now you have to share
every
day for 7 days just to make up for missing. That's our punishment.
Yeah. There you go. That's your homework. All right, let's move on.
All right, so obviously there's been a lot that's been going on this week, and let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Derek Chauvinistic was on trial for the last few weeks, and
for the murder.
Yesterday. It's yesterday?
I don't think it was.
Sure, let's say yesterday. Was found guilty of all 3 counts. It feels like yesterday. No, it was Tuesday. It was 420.
It was Tuesday.
Well, you weren't high, ladies and
I don't
gentlemen.
know why I connected those two dates.
Because you have the munchies all the time. But Derek Chauvin was found guilty, the first white officer in history to found guilty on all 3 counts of, yes, that's true, of murdering a black man. Yep. And I think everyone, I don't know, I'd like to question the viewers and ask them too, but I was on pins and needles waiting for the verdict because I'm white. I don't know if you know that, but shocker, I know.
Whole time you've been white.
Well, black don't crack. Anywho, I was surprised as well. I was surprised that all 3 counts, and not saying that because he didn't deserve it, or that's, I mean, I watched the video and saw it with my own eyes as well. However, based on history, I thought,
he's probably going to get away with it.
So I think the number one thing was, there was no looting and riots and everything afterwards. Because why? Because justice was served. And yet there was so many Republican friends of mine talking factors that said, there's going to be looting. There's going to be, as our friend Tucker said, the Macy's would get broken into and things like that. But it didn't. And that's because justice was served. So I'm going to step out of that conversation and let you all chit chat about it, because I'm going to support.
Well, I think it's interesting that it's like all that the protesters all throughout the summer have been saying.
How come you get a full screen when you talk?
I don't know, but this is freaking me out, and I don't really want a whole full screen.
Because you guys were chatting back and forth, and then you started pouring wine. Ugh.
All I'm saying is that the protesters very clearly, their goal was very clear. Let's not keep, the police keep killing black people for nothing, or for these. Being judge, jury, and executioner all at once. And so, yeah, it's like when that justice is served for that, then, people are pretty happy about it. Nobody's going to be rioting about it. So, I don't know.
Well, anyways, viewers, what do you think? Sorry, I missed that comment from Brandon.
He said he touched his screen probably the moment that it flipped over to me, and he thought he messed everything up.
You did, Brandon. It's all your fault. Welcome to Hot Topics, where we normally have a perfect show, and then you screwed it up.
Brandon is being our touch screen tech from his own home.
Brandon is burly. You would approve of him, Cecil.
Is he burly?
Mm-hmm. He's married too, just like me.
Ooh.
So he's straight. But just so you can look, but you can't touch.
Just like you.
Don't go. Please
Brandon.
don't go. Please don't go. Sue Christian, thank God for young people.
God for young people.
Like me.
I am the youth perspective, by the by.
Yes, you'll learn that.
I don't even want to know about his first night in the Slammer, Chris Condon.
Oh, so actually tonight he had turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and all that stuff. I do know that because I do watch Inside Edition.
Did he have a organic meal?
No. He's not the raccoon and corn.
Common?
Whatever happened to him? We got to tune in. Look, there's going to be, granted, the Derek Chauvinistic trial was taking over all week, for the last few weeks. But boy, don't forget, folks, there's some stuff heating up in Mar-a-Lago and New York and everything. And Matt Gaetz. The fire by 4th of July, we're liable to have jail fireworks for everyone.
Cannot wait.
I'm tingling with excitement just talking about it.
Downstairs.
You might want, speaking of downstairs, you might want to trim. I saw that forest fire. Speaking of Earth Day.
Well, you know what would help me out with the trim is if I could afford a good razor. So Cash App, everyone, if you wish to donate to my manscaping fund, then you can Cash App us at $Hot Topics CSWB.
And can we be humble for a moment? You guys have been so generous and very nice to keep us going and help us purchase wine and costumes and set and things like that. Don't feel like you have to give a lot of money. $1 is honestly, it's the comments that you send that keep us going. But if you gave us $1 or many more, that's not what it's about. Just so you know, I want to say that. I know I've had a revelation. I have since Easter, I have risen from the dead. But we got an email from a viewer last week, and it meant the absolute world to us. And it made me realize for once, even if we had one viewer and we made that difference in that viewer's life, like she said to us, oh, it's a she.
It was a very cool email.
We totally passed around that email.
But I will say that all three of us were like, this is why we do the show.
100%.
So,
it was so great.
Thank you all.
This is the reason that Wine Boy is not taking care of his own family suffering from COVID.
That's why Wine Baby is choking on pizza right now.
She's fine. She won't even. Yeah, she won't taste it. She's fine.
She's fine. I was also.
That's what you told your wife on your honeymoon.
If I may
you
point
won't
out,
taste it.
If I may point out a comment from Jamie Spence Hagen, all the way over from Utah. I am beside myself with joy seeing this comment.
That was your microphone.
What's wrong with my microphone?
Well, you just proved it.
Am I clackety-clacketing?
Every
God,
week.
You sound like I'm watching Riverdance on your chest.
I think my favorite moment after hours with you guys, my favorite moment after hours is we were talking about microphones and Cecil's like, should I get a microphone? And we both were like, yes, you should. You should 100% get a microphone.
I forgot about that conversation.
I know, hence the microphone.
Every week you're like, is it me going clickety clack clack clack?
I don't even hear it.
And Prancer and Dancer. Well, we know you don't hear it.
I'm sorry, viewers. I didn't realize that I was being such a technical nightmare.
Well, I mean, between you and Brandon Cottrell swiping us off the screen, he thought he was on Tinder, for God's sakes.
Yes, Brandon, you do have to slide them in the G-string.
Cash App alert!
Oh, my goodness.
Although we didn't ask for any, and it's all about your love and your comments. Thank you, Chris Congdon, for your Cash App. And thank you, Brittany Schmick. And again, like we said, when you send a Cash App and you send a comment, we'll read the comment because that's what cracks us up.
We certainly will.
Brittany Schmick sent a tip, Deaf Cecil Manscaping. So you can use the money to go get manscaped. Basically, she just gave to prevent forest fires.
Commenting that it's really annoying. Maybe I'll just hold it out like this.
Thank you, Nikki Holloway Bush. And your family knows about microphones. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Except your husband. Your husband knows about Fireball on that set.
Sureg'ay, your producer friend, he says the thing that you say all the time about sticking it in your G-string. What's his comment right now? You see that?
Do we slide those dollars in a G-string or what? See, Brandon Cottrell, you know what you've been missing by staying home? And I don't even know where you live anymore, but are you on the train still? I don't know.
Are you watching on the train? Oh my gosh.
Come on, ride the train. I don't know. I haven't chit-chatted with him in a while, but I'm very happy that he's a new viewer, and it's nice because Jeff Perry, After Hours. Oh yeah, man. Wouldn't you like to be After Hours?
We're working on it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we've told you weeks before, but we don't want to mention Cash App. So along the trial, I do have to mention this because, you know, I'm Republican and I am conservative, but I have to say, Maxine Waters needed to shut her mouth before the trial verdict. She was out there, you know, look, Mama loves to raise a ruckus.
I do love me some Maxine Waters.
I love Maxine Waters, but it was inappropriate and a bad time.
But at a certain time, there is a time and a place.
So, unfortunately, that's what gave Fox News rhetoric and firepower and things like that. I mean, conservative friends of mine, and I agree, were immediately after the trial saying things like, oh, so a fair trial, is that like, you know, threatening a jury or making a jury feel guilty? So is that a fair trial, asking for a friend, things like that? Look, by saying those things, you're saying you didn't watch the tape and look with your own eyes exactly what happened. Look, I have police officer friends who have said that was horrible. But again, that's not, Derek Chauvin is an incident. and a horrible incident. And now he's going to pay the price, thank God. However, there's a lot to be worked on throughout the whole system, but not all cops are bad cops, and not all Black people are bad people, or not all are good people, and not all cops are good people, and not all cops are bad people. God, I sound like Trump. Sorry, I'm just going to skip right over that right now.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I didn't say there's good people on both
Sergey,
sides.
why don't you just both sides this whole thing?
Oh
my
the
goodness.
point is, there's lots to be going on. I mean, there's been several cases that have happened this week alone as well. And look, you've got to look at each example. I mean, I've seen people are like, well, then why do they run? You know why they're running? Because I've watched several videos of literally a military officer with his hands up in his SUV, and this cop that he was complying and doing everything, and yet he still got maced and everything as he was trying to get out of the truck and everything else. He just kept asking, why are you pulling me over? Now, granted, that officer was fired and everything else, but there's cases, they're running because of cases like they're not getting a chance, and they see too many incidents of when they do comply, they're getting tased, sprayed with mace, or shot and killed. And then on the other flip side, it's like you want to say, well, please don't run, put your hands up. But
somebody made a funny point about the Second Amendment, that we need the Second Amendment to the same people who are screaming that we need the Second Amendment to fight against our government, should we should they do anything, are the same people that are saying, why don't you just comply to the government for when they pull you over? And I just thought that was
they're also the same people that are like, don't make me wear a mask and don't tread on me. I mean, it's like they just make up your mind. Anyways, let's move on from that. But Maxine Waters, girl, wait your turn and go home. We get it. Don't be the Ted Cruz of the Democratic Party.
Be an inciter. Oh my goodness.
But sorry, when I just said Ted Cruz, I saw the interview last week of former House Speaker John Boehner. That's John Boehner. As you know, I do great impersonation.
That was really good.
Wait, no, this is John Boehner. Anyway, he, in his book that just came out last week, he said there are crazy people and lunatics, and he referred to Ted Cruz as an asshole and a jerk, and Jim Jordan, and he's like, they just have no business in the Republican Party. And I just love that so much, because Ted Cruz, you are a jerk.
If you're watching. Ted Cruz never comments.
Ted Cruz, well, because they don't get a good signal in Mexico. He only gets it when he.
It's probably because of all that shitty infrastructure in Texas.
Yeah, that's getting ready to also happen. There's been lots of things. Oh, gosh, what time is it right now? Oh, we got.
We're like a half hour in.
I'm just so nervous because when we have an opening,
I know when we've been off
to the show,
and we're off next week too.
Oh yes, sorry to by the by, but we are off next week. There's two things that are happening.
Two things.
Cecil's producer has a gig in Orlando. You can see him live on stage.
Cecil's producer is going to be live on stage for the first time in over a year.
Yeah, and Sergey's producer was on First Refusal for a commercial next week, but it got released yesterday. So tonight is therapy because First Refusal sucks balls. But anywho, but also Sergey's producer is also getting a second shot of Pfizer vaccine on the same day as the show next week. So let's just be precautious.
And we do not know how it's going to go. Poor Chris Congdon earlier reported that he is under the weather over his second vaccination. So,
which one did you get, Chris Congdon?
I think he got the Moderna.
Oh, well, Sergey's producer is getting the Pfizer. Well, he already got one, and yeah, I a lot of people are. I mean, Ruben Waru out in our friend, the viewer, he's busy tonight. He can't be chatting with us tonight, but he's the opener for Steve Harvey, Family Feud, and all of The Bachelor. not the gay one.
The Kelly Clarkson show.
Kelly Clarkson show. Anywho, he said he got the second vaccine the other day, and he said if this is anything like what the actual virus was going to be, there's no way he could get the virus because it's kicking his ass. So
really,
yeah, that's what he posted. You post it, we'll voice it.
I didn't see it.
That's a T-shirt coming your way.
Oh no, Hollywood.
Jeff Perry wants to know, what does your terminology mean for the non-show business people? You kept saying first refusal and stuff like that.
Oh, right. So first refusal is basically like first loser. Sorry, I'm bitter. So what my producer, Mr. Ray Chuka, said was that when it's down to you and one other guy for the job, usually you get first refusal because they're not sure who they're going to pick. And so they keep you both on hold. And then right before the commercial's supposed to shoot, when you've been getting your hopes up for a whole week, then suddenly they're like, okay, you're released. And you're like, so basically you did a great job.
Other guy.
But they went with the fat guy.
They went with the fat guy, and they said, we want to wait. We just want to wait and see how fat he could get.
Which was why I never got the host of Walmart.
Oh, effing dare you. I will let you know that producer was very skinny at the time.
That's true. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to start puking.
No longer.
I'm going to get jobs again. But anywho, so first refusal is basically like you're on hold. It could be you, but then
exactly, Jeff Perry. It's
and my producer gets that a lot and not the job. But apparently,
it's like being a bridesmaid, but never a bride.
Exactly. So my producer is still a virgin this week. Anyway, but when they do get it, it's morning, and it pays well. Yeah. All right. So there's lots going on this week. Who's going to be watching?
We didn't mean to freak you out.
What? Did she get a text?
Fine. Let me just tell you, Sue Christian, Cecil's producer had no problems at all.
Because you can take it like a champ. I mean, that's why you're drinking Big Black Horse tonight.
That's why I'm drinking a Dark Horse.
Well, in my top condition, things affect me when people poke me. So
that's why I take the bottom position.
That's why we should be like Brady Bunch right now. Let's not gross our viewers out with that terminology, because what's funny is they may not know what first refusal means, but they do seem to know all of that.
What top and bottom means.
Or clitoris. Which is it?
We cannot go back to that topic.
I'm excited, you guys. This week it's the gay Super Bowl. Dun 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 dun. It's the
Oscars.
Oh, silly saddle. Stupid.
Second, I thought the gay Super Bowl was the Tonys.
Yeah.
Well, for those of us that are on TV with the star and film and screen, it's. But you're right. The gay Super Bowl is the Tonys. But for everyone else, it's the Oscars this weekend, and it's once again no host, which I do kind of like. I do like when it's a good host, but like I'm a big fan of Billy Crystal and Steve Martin.
I loved those back in the day.
I about to say, how long ago was those two the last time they hosted that? Probably the best hosts in recent memories, like Tina Fey and they didn't do the Oscars, did they? No, yeah,
they didn't do the Oscars. I don't think
they did the Emmys,
or
right?
The Billboard.
The Golden Globes.
They did the Golden Globes. They're hilarious, and I love Ricky Gervais. Those are the only people that I actually like.
Did the Golden
Big fan of Ricky Gervais doing it because he just calls everybody out.
He does not care. But do people still watch the Oscars? Like, this is like
it's an odd year. It's an odd year. Now
it's a weird year.
Besides all the
any yet, Cecil?
I saw Promising Young Woman and Viewers.
That's good.
Do yourself a solid. Yes. That movie is phenomenal.
I saw Promising Young Woman as well. It's very
not
good.
Only is the story just amazing, but just like visually, it is just scrumptious to watch.
It's great acting. It's great plot. It's great. Didn't you think? Oh, this will probably jump the shark, and it just did.
It did not. It was great. Jamie Hagen asks, were there movies? There were movies. Apparently there were. This is what I'm confused about, though, viewers, seriously, is how is it that movies, and maybe some of our viewers know and are industry insiders and can tell us. But how are movies that are on Netflix, that are distributed by Netflix,
Oscar here? Yeah, that's a big thing.
That just changed like last year or the year before, right?
What happened?
Contenders.
Yeah, what happened was Spielberg is like super against that. Actually, he's fighting for that to stop because what they're doing is Netflix is releasing their movies into theaters for a limited run. So they're like doing the bare minimum of what you need to do to qualify. Last time I read, and so by doing that,
actually hitting the theaters.
some of the movies, yeah, I know in the past they were actually releasing them in theaters so they can qualify. But Spielberg doesn't like it because he's like, that's just streaming. This is all streaming. And he doesn't like streaming, which is funny. He kind of sounds like the old man on the porch, get off my lawn. When you're like,
off my jaws.
He remembers when movies were an event.
Well, he still cuts movies.
I mean,
he literally created
an event movie, basically.
Side note from Sureg'ay. Watch the documentary on Steven Spielberg. It's so good. Because it basically talks about how he was just like Hot Topics, just winging it in the beginning. I mean, he didn't even know how Jaws was going to turn out or what he was writing, and he was writing it on the spot.
Yeah, what's cool about Spielberg, old school Spielberg, which I think is way better than new Spielberg, is that when he started filmmaking as a kid, he actually had a bully that was picking on him, and the way he actually befriended him is he made him like the lead action hero in his Super 8 movie that he was making, and he didn't make fun of the kid. He just like befriended him. It was like, no, I'm gonna make you this hero, and then him and that kid became friends. And I thought that's such like a great way of like getting someone on your side, opposed to like getting back at people.
Was it George Lucas?
Talking about Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, right. But no, Spielberg. I mean, he made the blockbuster
for sure.
He coined that. But the only thing is like, Jaws is so great because that shark didn't work. Like there's so many shots, so it's like original Jaws, Indiana Jones, a lot of his original stuff is really good. But then you watch like Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones, and some of his later stuff, and I'm like, it's not as good,
I wasn't really a big fan of Minority Report either.
Yeah, it's different filmmaking. Oh, sorry.
Yes, look at this.
Wait, where's the title? Oh, there it is.
Promising Young Woman.
Is Godzilla vs. King Kong on that? Because that's the movie I watched.
I don't know.
Is that not in there?
To find that in here.
I just think it's funny that you have like big time Avengers movies and they don't get any sort of recognition, which is bullshit.
They got recognition. They got box office dollars, for God's sakes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Metal. Sound of Metal is also up. I haven't seen that, but it's about.
That's another one.
That's another streaming. Yeah.
So that's why I just found it.
Borat.
Ready Player One was like 3 years ago. Kelly Jenner.
I know you all thought I was taking coupons, but I was just. My entertainment magazine finally is coming in handy.
Oh, yeah.
The United States versus Billie Holiday. Did any of you see that? It's so good. I think she should win. I don't know. Promising Young Woman's pretty good too. Oh, she's phenomenal. It's a really good movie. And I never knew the story about that.
I like Brittany Schmidtke. I played Steven Spielberg in the 5th grade because I did a report on him, and everybody who did the best reports got to play them in a weird show that we wrote.
Wow, awesome. I'm obsessed.
Sounds like how Hot Topics came about.
Ready Player One was good, but the book was actually better. And like, I feel like if you
those are just a couple,
Kelly Jenner, if you read the book at the very end, the main lead and the main girl, they don't see each other till the very, very end, which made it even more of a buildup, opposed to in the movie where they see each other just before the climax, and you're like, you don't want to look at the person who's for the climax. You want to like turn on the lights later and go and then you know what I'm saying? No.
How many times do you prefer to have a climax?
Here?
How many times I prefer the climax?
How many times at this age can you climax? Mind blowing.
Is it Ken or is it I have a person to watch a movie with me?
Well, can I change the subject, please?
Sure.
Speaking of movies and actors and entertainers and whatnot, how on earth has nobody talked about how insane Jim Caviezel went?
I
don't know what
that.
happened.
You're gonna have to pretend I'm a viewer, but I'm not gonna catch that.
I will. Okay.
And tell us this Jim Caviezel. He used to be super hot.
Jim Caviezel used to be super hot. and he played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, which is probably the goriest Jesus movie that you could ever probably want to watch. And he has gone the route of the Kirk Cameron and become like super right wing and super Christian or whatever. And he went on. He was like the guest of this sort of like QAnon sort of like COVID conspiracy convention, I believe in Oklahoma, and he was like the keynote speaker. And he went on this whole QAnon insane rant about baby harvesting, which is just insane. And the fact that anybody even believes that that is something that happens is just bonkers cuckoo. And it's like nobody's talking about it. And I just don't understand. And is it because Jim Caviezel, nobody gives a shit about Jim Caviezel anymore?
You apparently do.
I was just like struck by
well,
there was a moment in time where he was like in everything, you know.
He was, yeah, he had a hit TV show and everything.
He was in Mary at one point.
What's baby harvesting?
But
exactly.
Here's the thing. Here's the great thing about our show, Cecil. We may, as a team, not all know what a hot topic was this week, or a juicy topic, or a crazy cuckoo QAnon topic, as we like to call it. But we'll all Google. People have written us emails, and don't forget, we'd like to remind you we enjoy your emails, so please feel free to send us your comments after the show, because those really do mean a lot to us. However, people say sometimes that they're like, well, I didn't know anything about it until I watched your show, and I'm like, wow, that's fun.
I am very nervous that we're anybody's news source.
Well, sometimes I'm yours.
Well, that's true.
Not sometimes, pretty much every week.
So, baby harvesting, if nobody knows what I'm talking about or knows what Cecil is talking about.
Great segue. Keep going.
Is this ridiculous theory that this is the thing that has sort of gotten QAnon so ramped up, and these people that's sort of like gotten them into QAnon is because they have instilled this false idea. Jamie Spence has it right there, harvesting the adrenaline of scared children.
Like Monsters, Inc.?
Exactly. But there are people on this planet who believe that that's a thing. Like they also believe that the world is flat. And
they also believe Trump is still president.
They believe that, exactly. Or they believe that, Joe Biden is either a robot or an actor.
Can I put a placeholder in this real quick, just because I want to come back? Go ahead. Remind me I have something to say.
Seriously, Brittany Schmidtke, absolutely.
That is true. The Daily Show with Jon Stewart was the best.
That's where I got all my news.
Me too. And I had a great time watching.
And now you get it from us.
All right, let's move on from baby harvesting.
Real fast. I had
do your thing.
I had a placeholder in here. It came out just yesterday or this morning. I don't know. My days blend together. That the Capitol Police were issued an order to not go after. They were issued to only be on the lookout for anti-Trump supporters, and to only engage with them. So, plot sickening, ladies and gentlemen, and more is going to come out as that goes.
That was a Freudian slip, if you ask me. You said the plot is sickening, and it is. So we sometimes get gifts from our viewers.
Yes, go to Cecil real quick.
I am right now.
Hold on. I need 2 minutes.
So I did receive this wonderful gift in the mail, in my own personal mail, from one of our viewers, and I am going to don them right now. These amazing wine glass sunglasses, which you can totally see the screen in them. There's a glare. there is a insane glare on these
Hold
glasses.
on.
There's an amazing glare on them.
But I also got this amazing mug.
No, you got something, and I thought I only got something.
We both got.
Oh man, the
Sergey's-
ego on this one.
You thought you were the only one to get these?
The ego.
But no, I got a coffee cup.
I did too.
F off.
You know what?
We
What
need
is, what does your coffee mug say?
I
love it.
when I wake up and Trump is not president.
Well,
Cheers. Like a chime from church. So
Ding.
well, once
Sergey-
again, I got nothing. So
you got
goodbye.
COVID. Don't be ungrateful.
Chris Condon.
Anyways, thank you. As you know, we call that Sergey's Swag Corner.
Sergey's flag.
And thank you, Chris Congdon, for our lovely gifts.
Can I just say one thing, that when I had those glasses on, there was literally nothing that I could see in this world.
Well,
I like Caitlin Stevenson. Speaking of mail, I did get my sticker back in November, so Cecil did not mess up the mail. It was in my car for months. Oops.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even want to hear it.
Sue Christian posted, and she got stuff from us as well. So we do pay attention. Now, granted, we do know that we still owe two people some gifts. We were just being respectful of the wine glass lady who we need to check in with our lovely Roz. But she had family issues, and we were just not going to be like, hey, hello.
Not like Wine Boy.
So don't worry. We will get to those to you eventually, but by then they may be vintage. So it's time for more wine because I'm empty. Let's check our time because we have very important things to get to. We're going to do a quick. How about Wine Boy Whispers for 1 minute?
Oh, do we?
We can do Wine Boy Whispers. Yeah.
Let's do Wine Boy Whispers. I mean, it's nice that you're not wisping.
This scares me because now that I said something out of jest because you guys keep getting things, Chris Condon goes, Wine Boy, I have something. It just sounds like he's saying like, Wine Boy, I have something special for you soon. And you're just like, I'm scared
He's
now.
going to show up on your doorstep like single white female, and 100%. You better bring the boxers as long as.
You better not come up anytime soon. You'll get the COVID.
Trust me. Yeah. Just remember, viewers at home, if you send us some swag, we will share it on the show.
On the air.
Delante's right. We only have 15 minutes. And Jeff Perry.
As I am wearing the scarf that Nancy Needham sent me the towels for, and I'm turned into a scarf.
Yeah. The funny story. So you guys are getting your Wine Boy Whisper stuff ready. Jeff Perry, my wife actually got her first vaccine shot the day my first symptoms started. So she left, got it, came home, and I was like, I'm not feeling so good today. And then that was day one.
She got it anyway?
Yeah, she still got it. I mean, you still can get COVID even if you have the vaccine.
Right.
It's
just not as severe.
It's supposed to be not as severe. Yeah.
I love
we both
is giving us a time check.
Yeah, Delante's like, you guys need to wrap it up.
Other gifts, the coasters back over here. And then I'm going to pour more wine. Well, let's do a couple of Wine Boy Whispers. We just did one Wine Boy Whispers, which was Chris Congdon, which was appropriate. Remember, put WB in front of it if you want Wine Boy to say it. We're only going to do a couple of them because we're short on time.
I'm gonna special request Brittany's comment right here that says Sue Christian deserves the world, and I think that Wine Boy should whisper.
I think that's why I agree with that. I think she does deserve the world.
She does deserve.
We are a big fan of Sue.
I don't know where that comment came from. I mean, she does, but it seems like unprompted.
I think they were talking in the comments. That's why. I gotta get back in this. Hold on.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
See, I help.
I'm ex-cop Sheriff Ed Gavin. Sue Christian deserves the world.
Oh, there we go.
Happy birthday. Oh, shut up. Happy birthday, Jeff Perry. Next week. Even though we're not doing the show for you. Oh, man, that's what I'm saying. I started off all happy while I was reading it. Then I got sad as I got to the back. End.
So you went limp for Jeff Perry?
Yeah.
Is it your birthday on the 29th?
Usually goes erect.
Aw.
You're welcome,
Well,
Sue
happy
Christian.
birthday, Jeff Perry, on the 29th. I'm getting a Pfizer shot in my arm, and then I'll feel just like you at your age.
Bump.
Oh, yes, she did. She got a prize. Oh, all right. We got one from Delonte.
Delante's still here.
Delonte, he changed his
Cigars
profile pic.
Cigars are burning heavy tonight.
Holly, can you bring me my glasses? Now this is just asking people. Are you guys not in the same room?
Delonte, you're smart.
I mean, it's smart. Holly's probably like, damn it, I'm not getting up. They're probably yelling at each other. May he will
That's
get
not
a
a whisper.
private show. Who's getting a private show? I want
You.
a private
I'm
show.
telling you,
That's
single
what
white
you're
females going to be on your doorstep.
When
it's
Chris
coming from-
Condon shows up on your doorstep.
Like I
Okay,
said,
Brittany
we
Schmick
still got-
and Sue Condon, could you all get a room?
So wait a second. Is that Delonte's like actual picture?
Delonte?
It's different every week.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's a beautiful, handsome man.
Before it was Barack Obama.
Yeah, he's not Barack Obama.
Oh, what are
Spoiler.
you saying? Barack Obama's
I
ugly?
think he's not Barack Obama.
No, I'm saying
Okay, we
Delonte is
have
a
9
handsome man.
minutes. I'm sorry, we have to move on.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Scarf
This
slap,
is it.
scarf slap. Ladies and gentlemen, give us your scarf slaps. I think the first one goes to, I'm just going to preempt it. You guys give us your thoughts, but I'm going to go with Tucker Carlson tonight, who was phenomenally played by one of our highly award-winning actors on this
Thespian.
show.
Thespian.
Wow. I know you would think I'm saying Sureg'ay, but no. Cecil did a fine job playing.
It was fine.
It was pretty good, especially the high notes and the hair is everything.
You know.
Anyways, so scarf slap to Tucker Carlson, who literally is just like, I'm surprised
going
he has any
insane.
sponsors left. He is going insane
And
because he
can I
knows
just-
he's losing. Yep, go ahead.
Can I just say one thing? To prepare for this evening, I turned on his show and watched 10 minutes, which was all I could bear, because it is insanity and nuts and a completely fear-mongering and utter bullshit. And Fox News was correct when they said that when they won that case, where they said no reasonable person would look at Tucker Carlson and say that he was a journalist.
Yeah.
He's
That's
just
all.
a character.
Because he's not.
That's all I
So,
have to say.
All right, let's
So,
slap him.
ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson, scarf slap. Thank you, Fruity Pebbles. I missed you.
Can I say one thing, which is very funny? Holly responded back for Wine Boy Whispers. Go get your own glasses. I'm upstairs.
Ooh, that was pretty hot.
There
I
you
don't
go.
care if you are Barack Obama.
Kelly Jenner,
Kelly Jenner.
that's a good one right there.
She brought this up earlier. I don't know if you guys read it because you were
I
talking.
did read it. I did read it, but we were moving so fast.
Yeah. Okay.
That Nancy Pelosi
Yeah.
thanking George Floyd for his sacrifice as if
Yeah.
he had a choice. Yes.
In the words of, and one of the correspondents from TMZ today, she said, "This is why old people shouldn't speak." And yes, Nancy Pelosi.
yeah.
Nice
It's like
try.
we know you meant well, but
For the
ugh.
viewers at home that think we are one-sided tonight, Nancy Pelosi, you get the scarf
Get the
slap.
scarf slap, girl. Ooh, we got a good one from Sean Armstrong.
Oh,
Scarf slap Tom Cotton for arguing with Dr. Fauci about wearing masks while wearing his wrong in session and on live television. Absolutely. Let's do this.
wait, was it Tom Cotton?
I'm always ready to slap Tom Cotton.
Okay, well, I will anyways, but I remember Dr. Fauci going back and forth with someone, but why I didn't think it was Tom Cotton, but
Was it not Tom Cotton?
I don't even know who Tom Cotton is.
He's one of those Republican senators.
10-4.
Is he a
he also
senator?
went round and round with Rand Paul last week, but okay, it's Tom Cotton tonight. Tom
Here we
Cotton,
go.
scarf slap. Oh. And one
He's
more to
either
be
a
fair.
senator or a representative. He's one of them.
He's a
Ooh,
ginger.
Jim Jordan, always ready to scarf slap the shit out of him
Let's just do him real fast, just because I hate him.
for trying to cut off Val Demings, who was not taking it.
And she was like,
Did I strike a nerve? Oh,
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
yeah.
hot.
Did I strike a nerve? I love her.
That was super
Especially
hot.
when he's talking about police.
I
And hello,
know.
she's a former police chief.
Exactly.
Go home, Jim Jordan. By the way, John Boehner thinks you're crazy and a lunatic as well. So scarf slap Jim Jordan.
Scarf slap Jim Jordan. Here we go.
You guys take so long.
We're
You
waiting
take so
for
long.
you.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
we're
for you to
waiting.
go. I'm waiting. I go in first movement.
We already said why, so we have to be fair and scarf slap Maxine Waters. Scarf slap Maxine Waters.
Here we go.
Scarf.
Oh God, I hate both
You
of you.
wait.
I hate you too. My
Here,
God,
start
you're
it.
quicker with coke.
Seriously.
It's like our 100th episode, and he's
What
still
in
just
the
like.
hell?
I don't
Actually,
know.
it's
like-
episode
it's
41.
like- I swear to God, it's like you're Bruce Lee.
It's episode 41. You guys know that pretty soon we're gonna have a year of being on. Yeah.
We're gonna
Can I
have
say
a
something real quick?
Episode.
Yes, go ahead, real fast.
It's not our 100th episode, but next month, actually at the end of the month in May 28th, it's our 1 year anniversary of doing Hot Topics.
Oh, we should have lots of swag to give away if you
We
send
should
it.
do
we'll give
something.
it.
Yeah.
Have some swag.
And if you cash app us, we'll give away money. I don't know.
There you
We
go.
gotta have
I don't
things to give away, but
We'll
we
see.
ain't goodwill.
We.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
on our 1 year anniversary, we should have just an
We should do something.
extravaganza.
We should. It'd be fun. Okay.
Uh,
Anything else? I think we're done.
No.
Uh,
No. I meant
Not
with
done,
Scarf
done
Slap.
yet.
Yeah.
We're done with scarf slap. Dude.
Hold on.
Oh, tomorrow, speaking of anniversaries, tomorrow is a 1 year anniversary. This will bring you all back of when our former president suggested that we inject bleach or lights into ourselves in order to cure the coronavirus. That is tomorrow. So I think Dr. Shrink showed the video. We were going to have it on the show tonight, but one of our producers had to eat food. And that was my producer. So we forgot to send it to Wine Boy. But anyway.
I like Brittany Schmicky said, pay for my own prize. I can dig it. That's funny.
But I will say a disclaimer: Kelly Jenner will not be allowed to win anything.
No.
Seriously,
Her and her mom are
he wins
out.
everything.
They're no longer.
By the way,
After hours.
on that same note, YOLO. I don't have the screenshot because I'm sorry, I've just had a lot to prepare tonight. But YOLO, real fast, goes to Caitlin Stevenson, who broadcasted that her immune system is now fully working.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thanks for sharing
I
that.
feel like there's more to that.
She got a second shot, I guess.
Okay.
Caitlin Stevenson has written some posts that you're like, I need a lot more information.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
You cannot get into
on
it.
Kelly Jenner's floor tomorrow, there'll be someone's crumpled up in a ball, and it's liable to be me if we don't get on with this. All right, folks, we've had a lot of laughs tonight. We've had a lot of good fun. Every single week, we open and we check with all of our viewers, and every end of the episode, we also send well wishes to you all and remind you that one of the big reasons we are here is because of you. And we mean it. We care so much about each and every single one of you. We can't thank you enough for tuning in with us each week and making us laugh as well, but also providing your comments, your suggestions, and your topics. And sometimes there's you feel a void. And this week we definitely feel a void. And we unfortunately lost one of our great viewers on Monday night. Our some of you may know from watching the show and this and that, but Scott Mills. And Cecil, I send that to you.
Well, viewers, Scott Mills has been a supportive, wonderful member of the community here in Orlando for so many years. I first met him at the Adventurers Club at Pleasure Island a long time ago. He and his partner were that's not his partner at the moment, but they were right there. Those two were regulars at the Adventurers Club, and they loved it so much that they had their commitment ceremony there at the Adventurers Club. This is the entrance right here. This is the day of their commitment ceremony. And unfortunately, his partner died very suddenly a few years ago, Rob. Um, and Scott has been living as a widower for the past several years, and sadly, just a couple of days ago, um, we lost Scott Mills as well, and he had posted, the last thing that he posted on Facebook was a picture of himself with a thermometer that was reading 102 temperature. And so I just want to encourage everyone out there, if you are feeling ill, if you are feeling sick, please take care of your bodies and do not hesitate to seek medical attention if you are experiencing a fever that intense. I can't help but think that if he had gone to the hospital, that he might still be with us today. And so I he's just been, you've probably seen his comments on our feed throughout shows, several episodes. He's always chiming in. He's always making a comment. He was always so much fun to comment with, and such a great guy. And this right here is a picture of him and his partner, and I just know in my heart that they are together again in the light. And we love you all so much, and we love Scott, and it's just so hard. It's so hard to lose people, and especially losing people suddenly and without warning. And so our hearts go out to you all.
And that's where we end tonight. With love to Scott Mills, but with love to all of you. Once again, we mean it. Thank you so much for tuning in each week and checking in with us and letting us check in with you. One of our viewers suggested a few weeks ago that we bookend it and not only open the show with a chime from church, but end the show with a chime from church. And so we will.
I was opening the app. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were doing this.
Oh my God. Wine Boy.
Okay.
No one told Wine Boy.
Serious moment here.
Viewers.
Sorry.
And take two. And so we want to say we will end the show tonight with a cheers to all of you, because we are checking in with you, and thank you for checking in with us. So raise your glass, and until next week, cheers.
Ooh.
Like a chime from church.
I love that one. It's actually 2 weeks.
Thanks. Still going. Love you guys. Love Scott Mills. Bye, everybody. Good night.